Hello, thank you for joining the Fresh Frequency podcast, where I will be your host, Kaitlynn, KT. Today's episode is titled Journey Through the Past. So I do thank you so much for tuning in, where we are healing, we are learning, and most importantly, we are here breaking these negative mindsets. Last week's episode was titled Letting Go to Receive. Okay, so in order to let go to receive, we have to do some shadow work. And I kind of want to guide through some shadow work today. And with this shadow work, we're going to speak to ourselves in the mirror. So it's going to be a little bit of mirror work mixed in as well. And we are going to take note of some things. So I do want to ask you some questions and either write down your answer or just remember your answer. But before I ask those questions, I just want to kind of break the ice a little bit with something else, So I would love for you to know if you can or cannot be alone with yourself, because that is going to make it important to go through the past, to go through the shadow work, to do the necessary steps that we need to heal. We are going to have to learn how to be alone by ourselves, with nobody else. Okay, and when we are alone, we get these thoughts in our head. Again, these thoughts do not belong to us. They come and go, and we choose the ones that we hold on to. These thoughts, it may sound like our voice. It really may sound like us thinking. But no, these are like little demonic thoughts that come in and taunt you, that come in and drive you crazy, that brings you to misery. So can you be alone by yourself in solitary confinement? Are you strong enough to face your demons head on by yourself? Okay. So that's just the first little part of it. Overall, I want to know, who were you before the pain? Who were you before the hurt? Who were you before you lost your happiness, before you lost your smile? Who were you before that person? Who were you before who you are now? All right. So with that being said, I'm going to ask a little bit of questions, and because I want us to go back. So we're going to go back now. Let's think. And I'm going to give you some time to really think about it as well. First question is, when were you the happiest? Okay. When were you the happiest? At what moment did you lose that feeling? At what moment did you lose that feeling? So was it a childhood and someone took your toy and broke your toy? Was it teens when you got your heart broken? Or was it overall life when you lost somebody, grief? What moment did you lose that feeling? Okay. And do you remember how you felt that day today? So are you still carrying those emotions from that feeling from that day years ago? Do you still remember that feeling today when you think about it? Does those feelings run back through your body? Okay. Now, some more questions that we could write down, however you really want to do it. First is, how old were you? How old were you when this situation happened? When your first instance happened? Okay. Second, what happened? What exactly happened, scenario-wise, that robbed your joy, took your innocence? Third, how did you feel? Let's really write down how we felt. Okay, really write it down. And I want you to think of instances from childhood, teenhood to adulthood where you felt those feelings. Okay. And you guys, I also want to say we are more alike than we think. Okay. And we will not be in these bodies forever. So we must do the necessary work to not carry on this baggage with us for the rest of our lives. That we are a vessel breathing in this body. We have to do the work. Okay. And going back to see where that hurt came from is also going back to see who we are today, how we are molded today, the parts of ourselves that we don't like. We have to go back to see what happened exactly that just kind of domino affected into this world, into this life of, I just need to figure it out. We need to get back to the happiness. Okay. This right here is ourselves today, speaking to ourselves then. So going through the past isn't really trying to set you back into like really feeling being that person again from years ago. No, this is who you are today, looking back at your younger self, looking back at the young you, and just acknowledging who your growth, acknowledging where you came from, not staying in that same place. All right. So, with everything that I said, question-wise, most of the answers should have stemmed from childhood or like even teenagers, but mostly we lose our happiness in childhood most of the time. That's why inner child work is so important. So we are going to speak to the child that we abandoned. We are going to speak to the teen that we abandoned, and even the adult, Before we get into this practice, I also want to say that there's a lot of children who never got a chance to be children because they had to adopt adult roles at a young age. So they never were able to fully develop their self, never able to really identify their true identity, never had a childhood. And I'm sorry. And I apologize to you for that, because that is hard. That's like you lost a fundamental part of your life being an adult at a child age because of the role that you had to play. And we got to apologize to that inner child. You got to do things to honor that inner child. We stop doing things because we get older and it's like not adult like, and we abandon the happiest part of ourselves. Like, if you want to go make a pile of leaves and go jump in the pile of leaves, do it. If you want to go jump in the bed, like 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed, fall off and bump your head, do it. We stop doing things that make us happy because we get older. And then we get molded into this hurt, and then we just really stop doing things to make us happy daily. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. And going forward with this some more, we're going to do mirror work. Okay, we are going to do some mirror work. I have my mirror right here, actually. So let me make sure I can see myself. Let me make sure I can see myself right, because we have to do this mirror work, and you got to look at yourself. Look at yourself in your eyes. Oh my God, girl, you're so beautiful. Hey, okay. But you got to be able to look at yourself in your eyes. And this was hard for me to do when I first did it. When I first did mirror work, I felt weird. I felt like a weirdo looking. And I was like, I didn't realize that I never really looked at myself in the mirror. Like, I'm in the mirror, I get dressed, I do my hair, but I'm never looking at myself in the mirror. So, and I say we're gonna do some mirror work today. Straight up. And I'm going to guide you through the mirror work, some examples on how you could do it for yourself. Okay, I'm excited. So I really want you to try doing this mirror work. We're going to start off with first forgiving ourselves. So, and no matter how weird you feel, keep going. Don't stop. So example, and this is just me speaking to myself. Kaitlynn, I am so sorry I abandoned the happiest part of you, and had you live in these past few years accepting things that didn't value you. I will do better. I love you. I will never stop loving you, and I see you. Okay? We just apologize. You gotta even see him. But we just apologize to self. We just looked at our own self, and we just apologize to self. Like, I love you. I'm sorry that I let you live this life feeling by yourself. I'm sorry that I let you live this life feeling abandoned. I'm sorry that you went through life not feeling like you had no one to lean on. Whatever you want to say to yourself, say it. Okay? So now that we apologize to ourselves, we're going to have to validate how we feel. Okay? We have to validate how we feel, but we have to let go. So I got a little stuff written down. So next thing is validation. So then you're going to say this with your name, of course. Like, don't say my name. Say your name. So the next thing is validation. So we love each other. We apologize. Now we feeling good. These are steps. This is daily work. Apologize to yourself daily in the mirror. I'm doing this in a quick video. This ain't as quick as this video. It's daily work. All I'm saying. Next, validation. Kaitlynn, I see you. I love you. The way that you feel is very much so valid, and I understand, but we must let go. We must free ourselves from the shackles of our mind to continue to live this life of luxury, this life of happiness. We cannot hold ourselves back. We cannot continue to be our own worst enemy. Kaitlynn, you are smart. You are more intelligent than you realize. You are a phenomenal woman, and anything you want, you will receive. Don't doubt yourself. Love yourself. Boom. Period. I almost got lost in it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, let me close that thing up. That's mirror work. Talk to yourself in the mirror, uplift yourself. And when you do it, you're going to feel like an inner world being opened up, if that makes sense. When you go back and you want to apologize to your childhood or apologize to the kid, if you just anything, when you look in that mirror and you talk to yourself, you're going to feel it. And it's a journey through the past, baby. And this is something that we have to do, whatever. And there's so many scenarios. There might be so many things that you might have to go back through in that mirror and apologize, or might go back through that mirror and accept. Do it. Don't stop. It is essential to your life every day. Write things on your mirror and stick it. Tape it up there. Read those things to yourself. We are creating the lives that we want. Period. All right. So that's a quick little episode about Journey Through the Past. I did just want to do that. I really, really, really love you guys so much. And I really can't wait to hear. And I just can't wait to get my 1 or 2 people. And we really just heal and help heal and hold each other accountable. And the domino effect happens. We are going to get control of our brains. We are going to create the life that we want. And we are going to live happily with no restraints, no restrictions. Anything you want, you could get. Anything. But again, first, be grateful for what you have now. Be grateful for what you have now so you can be able to receive better. Don't be unappreciative. All right? So I'm very, very, very happy that we just did a little bit of mirror work. We're gonna incorporate that some more. Anytime that I do anything that I feel could be heavy, I do want us to take a deep breath before I close this out completely. I'm going to guide you through a deep breath, okay? So just listen to my voice and breathe in. Hold it. Hold it. And breathe out. Okay, let go, you guys. We have to let go. We have to do the work. It's not going to be easy, but you're not alone. I thank y'all so much for tuning into Fresh Frequency, where we are here holding each other accountable to always be at our highest selves. Like, follow, subscribe, all that. You got some questions for me? I got a website. You can ask me a question on a website, on Instagram. We here. We ain't going nowhere. I'm so happy that I'm doing this. I'm so happy that you're listening, that you stayed to the end. Okay, let me know something then. Let me know if you're really messing with me. If you're messing with me, let me know. Please, sure. But yes, thank you so much for tuning into Fresh Frequency, where we are here. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all next time.